What is going on, guys? Today we are back, episode 8 of our GTA 5 Online Broke to Millionaire series. As usual, we're gonna start this episode off by driving over to the casino to get us a wheel spin done, and we'll probably go from there off into the last dose missions, because we're getting so close to being finished with those. And the quicker we get those finished up, the quicker we can get into some different options here, as well as continuing on with our Fooligan missions that we got quite a bit of time into, to say the least, so we can get the lab upgraded and make some decent cash that way. As y'all know, I only play on this profile when I am making videos on this account. And what you see now is what we have accommodated so far, and this series doesn't get to end until we own every business with upgrades. That is the way I set this up. That's the way I plan to accomplish it. And that also includes even the businesses that I'm not going to use. So from there we will, wholeheartedly get everything figured out from there. But I don't know our next chapter after we get done with the DAX stuff just yet. I haven't planned it out, but we're getting done with it, and that's kinda all that matters to me right now. And we will eventually get to accomplish a bit more, and kinda just keep the trend going a little bit. I haven't thought everything through, and I know deep down we'll get there sooner rather than later, but let's see what we get off of this casino spin, and then we will jump straight on into heading over to Mr. Dax there for, should be last dose number 4. We got 25,000 chips there, not bad. Any kind of money helps us accomplish our goal of going from broke to rich, so we're going to keep working here and continue on moving forward as we press on for more and more work. With that being said, let's head on over to the freak shop, and we'll start last dose. It should be number 4, and from there I guess we will ride out another one of those Fooligan missions, and that's probably what we'll end the video on, because it seems like right now, I know that you guys probably think that that's all we get to do. And right now it pretty much is. As I covered before, I mean, we've got to work on getting through this before we get to the better. And, right now we're not there yet. So we will get there and hopefully get everything taken care of that we need to get taken care of soon. And, I think this one is the one where you gotta go to the facility thing and you see like fucking rainbows and all of that weird crazy shit. Another one of those. Yep, that's exactly the one it is. This one's easy. I don't necessarily like these missions anyway, but we've got to do whatever it takes us to do to get things figured out. But pretty much you know how it goes already if you've played through these before. If you're just now figuring it out, just hang on tight, because you're in for a rough ride. And most people, like I said, they cut and slice a fucking 1,000 things into one. I'm not doing that. I want to run this with you guys in real time and show you it's not that complicated to go from broke to owning whatever the fuck you want and being financially successful in this game. Because, I mean, it's really not that complicated. It's a simple philosophy, really. You got to spend money to make money. But, and it's like that in real life too, you got to spend money to make money. But you got to turn around and do the work that you've invested in, be able to do that. And this series, I allocate roughly an hour when I do record on it to establish that with you guys. Like, it doesn't matter how long you play this game, an hour, 30 minutes, it all accumulates. The only downfall to that is if you're very solo friendly and you're not utilizing MC businesses or nightclub, things like that. I mean, in 30 minutes time, you're not gonna accomplish very damn much with that. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. But it's not stupid to think that you can't, because you, in a way, you can. It's not gonna be one day. It might take you a week to do a decent amount of sales with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, all money is good money, in my opinion. Except for on this game. I can't promise you it's clean money, but, you know, you gotta do your thing. Like, it's not complicated. It's not anything out of the ordinary, and it shouldn't kill you guys to do a little bit of grinding in the beginning. That's where it gets tough. And me personally, I find once you own everything, you're just fucking bored of the game, because you always want to accommodate about $10-12 million for another update if they was to bring anything new to the table. Otherwise, you're just fucking grinding before you buy everything, and then you're just doing the same shit on repeat, if you understand what I'm getting at there. This game, it's about choices. You either choose to waste your money on fancy cars and that bullshit, or you choose to invest in a criminal empire, which is essentially what you're in it for. You know, I think on my main account, I own everything but the Kasatka and the yacht, and I think that's it, actually. But I probably own 10 or 12 cars. I don't really buy anything. I just keep stacking money in case something different comes out. So that's kind of where we stand there. It's not anything over the top, to say the least, but you know what, I own enough, and I own what I want. I don't worry about that. If I buy it, I'll make it back, but usually I don't waste money on cars, because it's that's why, how do I put this, that's why a lot of people stay broke in this game, because they waste their money, throw it away instead of investing, and they do that early on, and then they never get financially set up, and then they expect everybody else to help them make money. Like, you don't have to do that. This game is actually very solo friendly, and I do that myself. You know, I play a lot on my own. I have buddies that like to play here and there, but I essentially most of the time am just on my own. And there's nothing wrong with that, like, at all. You know, you can be financially stable in this game on your own. And it's a choice of the matter of whether or not you want to even deal with the outcome of all of that. And, you know, it's your choice. It's your problem if you don't set yourself up. And you want to know, personally, I have no issues in the world with money on this game. You know, between the thousands of business guides and how to make $1 million in an hour and 20,000 other damn things that you can do in this game. There's no reason to struggle. And that's kind of just that. I have what I've got going on in my personal life and don't barely have time to sit down and play this, but when I do, I make it count, and that's all that really matters. At the end of the day, once I get this account more set up, we get through the beginning stages here. That really has honestly shouldn't have took me this long. We'll be a lot better off in the near future, but for this time being, we're kind of stuck like Chuck, if you get what I mean. It's that's probably more of a southern thing, but I've heard it a lot growing up. You're stuck between a rock and a hard place. That's probably more common all around. And right now, where we're at, we're stuck. We got to finish these up and then kind of incorporate whatever else that we can to make ourselves have a better time at what we're doing. We still haven't made the first lab sale yet. I can't remember if we have counterfeit, but the cash factory, should I say, but it all plays a role into how we proceed forward, and I haven't got us over the initial whatever the hell that we want to call this, beginning stages and introduction phase, that kind of thing. Yes, when I initially started this series, I'm doing it on E&E, which is expanded and enhanced next gen. So I did get the 4 million startup, which is fine. I spent every bit of that, haven't really utilized none of it. But if you start on E&E, invest wisely, a lot more wisely than I did, because I hurt myself in the end. But I'm going to prove to you, even if you start off the wrong way, you can still make things happen. So that is initially what we're going with, and it doesn't matter if I start off with the worst business locations, because in the end, if I continue this account after I have accomplished my goal, I will just change locations. The objective of this series is to prove that you can be successful, even as a level 1 in 2024, but I kind of sort of started this series at the end of 23, if I remember right. And we've made it up until this point to be relatively stable. We haven't went for broke. There's going to be sometimes where our pockets are going to be empty and we've got to utilize our other things, but we're not at that point yet. I'm not sure which way I'm going next. I am going to think it out, because there's multiple different ways I can go and still have the same rich outcome. We've already got to start with MC businesses. I don't know if we want to go that route now or not. If I want to continue. They are very solo friendly, but they're not active money, and right this minute I don't know if we'll have much utilization in that spectrum. So not really sure that's the route I'm going to go next. We got that lab that we need to do an upgrade on as soon as we're done with the Fooligan missions. And right now I'm not even sure how many more we need. I think we got to have 10, and I think the next one that we get into will be like 4 or 5. I'm going to call it 4 because my brain does not work. So, we've went through all the first dose. We're working on the last dose setups. So we're almost there in terms of being done with this crazy shit. That's exactly what it is. It's crazy shit. I don't even think if a person was tripping on drugs, I don't think they would see rainbows and sunshine and try to kill theirself chasing theirself. I don't know. I haven't done drugs, kids, but and don't ever. But this, I think this is nonsense. I don't think it would be like that at all. But essentially, we completed this mission, and we're gonna get off into, like I said, Fooligan. I'm gonna say number 4, which you've probably seen 10,000 times. I think we've done this particular one at least 3 times now. But with that, I'm going to leave you guys for a moment and I will be back. Alright guys, I just checked on our acid lab there. Still not ready yet. Went ahead and boosted and got more supplies. So now we're going to start Fooligan mission number 4. I didn't think you wanted to see me mess with all of that because I'm going to be doing that a lot. We're waiting on the job to start. Here we go. We're working remotely again. So essentially we got to go steal that van and take it to Pan Spray or Los Santos Customs and fit it with an ignition thing. Throw it away. And from there, you know, you kind of understand where to go from there, but essentially, I mean, I think, like I said, we've done this one a few times, and you know, every time I do this, it always ends up bad for us. I always end up dying 10,000 times until we lose the cops, or always get caught when I'm going through there to park the van beside the fuel tank thing, propane tank, etc. Whatever you want to look at it as, it always happens. There's never a time we've done this that I haven't done this the wrong way, and I also don't think that there's ever a time that I've done this the right way. Even on my own profile when I was boosting myself, I don't think there was, you know. Nothing wrong with that. Just improvise and don't try to call Lester like a dumbass like me, because he's not gonna help you. And that's my fault. But essentially, this is our last phase this episode, so if you don't want to watch any further because I've already done this, my brain is not wanting to work today. I said this, but this. And you can just cut the video off from here, but if you choose to stay, I appreciate it. It always helps out in the algorithm if people are watching. So, you know, we're getting there, guys. I'm gonna sit down today after I go to work, or well, rather this evening when I go to work, when my wife comes home. I got outside work to do today. It's my actual seasonal job. I gotta get some, go take care, go around, go mow a few yards and things, but essentially I'm going to sit down and try to get some footage recorded for next week and maybe the rest of this week. I don't know yet. I want to try to bring you guys out some more episodes of this and crank out some carbon. I also got to get some zombies for the main channel and blah 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 blah. You guys know the memo. But let's get this van over to the fucking Los Santos Customs, do our thing. Maybe we won't even die before we get out of here, but I'm trying to juggle everything for you guys, and I'm kind of falling behind in this aspect of things lately. Not getting things out as efficient as I should, and partly because I've just been doing my own thing. I haven't got to work outside on my seasonal job that for my company I own in 2 weeks because of rain. Literally has rained 2 weeks solid where I'm at. It has been god awful. It didn't rain yesterday, so that was initial dry up period. It hasn't rained today so far. And there's no rain in the forecast, so I hope it doesn't. So I can get some money in my pocket and order some more PC parts. I dropped in some Corsair Vengeance RAM in my computer because I was just running cheap unbranded when I initially built this guy. But man, I'm looking into upgrading graphics cards as well. I don't really want to change up the Ryzen 5 5600 yet that I have, but eventually I would like to go Ryzen 7. So, I don't know. It's all just about what a person wants, I guess. For what I do, it's pretty equivalent. I don't need to do a lot more, but I went from 8 gigs to 16 gigs of RAM, which was much needed, especially on gaming. And I do intend to eventually go up a little further from there, but I bought some used RAM off of a guy whose build he no longer was using it in, and I don't know how long it'll even last. I still have the RAM I put in this computer a year ago when I had it done. I could do it myself. I'm just too damn lazy to build one, so that's kind of on me. But PCs, guys, they're expensive when you get down into it, and I've got, for a computer that's probably worth $500 or $600, I'm in it for a little over, I want to say at least $1,200, so $1,200. And that was just for basic editing and light gaming on it. And I mean, I can't say it's without a lot of issue, because I still have issues trying to get what I want out of it, and I know there's more I could do. So if you guys own a PC and gaming PC, feel free to drop me some of your builds down below in the comments, or tell me about it. Like, that would be interesting. I'm curious to see other people's builds. I'm gonna try to order me another case because I'm ready to change cases up too, and may go up a little further on my power supply for future upgrades, because I plan on dropping some more big money off into this guy maybe the end of this year, while it's my seasonal job's over and I have stacked up some money for the year. But it's been hard when I haven't got to work 2 weeks already. I was sick for a week of that 2 weeks, and I'm getting better. Like, now I just have very little energy and feel like I could use some coffee. So when I finish up this audio, I may go make me some coffee. But guys, it's I also bounce around a lot in my audio, and a lot of you guys may not like that kind of thing, but for those of you that view the page and enjoy me for me, I appreciate you, because a lot of the times I don't know what else to say other than talk about the gameplay, and I feel like you guys don't really know me, and I like to be, and if I don't know you, I don't like to talk to you, so I just pretend that you guys are getting to know me, and it makes me feel far less uncomfortable. I personally, usually can't talk about my personal things, but I'm getting kind of comfortable with you guys, and you guys are like family to me, those of you that's been here for quite a while, and even the ones that are just coming through, but you know, even if you're just dropping through my channel just for the first time, you know, I appreciate you guys so much. I love each and every one of my viewers, and even the ones that are assholes to me, and I give you asshole comments right back. It's nothing personal. You're just being a dick to me, so I'm going to be a dick to you. Like, I take criticism very well. You know, you guys, a lot of you guys was bitching about my fire alarm. I live in an apartment. I can't change that. You know, when you've put in 10 work orders with your maintenance department and they haven't come fixed anything, it's not my fault. You guys wanted to talk about it being my ghetto chirp. Yeah, I live in the hood, guys. It's not a safe damn neighborhood. That's why I don't go outside. You know, so I barely let my children go outside in this damn place. You know, so yes, I'm from the fucking ghetto. I live in the ghetto. I grew up in the fucking ghetto. My family was fucking poor. I'm fucking poor. But you know what? It's not about where I live or what I do. Simple fucking philosophy. I own a fucking business. I live in a fucking cheap ass apartment. And I can buy whatever I want when I want. And still get told how to live. And it wouldn't matter if I had my own home, which I'm in the process of buying a home. For those of you that may not know. Been in that process for about 6 months now, and I haven't found anything I like. I have, and then I haven't, and then I had some issues with the bank, and then, you know, life is fucking tough. It's about choices, and I screwed up my choices at a young age financially. Took some loans out, lost a couple jobs, didn't pay my loans up, so I had to fix that, and I've been going through fixing my credit score for the last year and a half now, up until now I can finally buy a home. So, you know, word of advice, if there ever is a word of advice, don't screw yourself up when you're young, because you're going to regret it when you get older. And like now, I can't even get a credit card to buy and buy things on credit, but typically I wouldn't do that anyway, but if it's something that's out of reach and I can pay over time, that's fine. Like, I financed a lot of things. I didn't finance my car when I bought it, but, you know, it is a Lexus, and we spent quite a bit of money on that Lexus, but it's been a great car. I love it. I recently just had to replace a bunch of front end components in around February. I put about $900 in redoing front end pieces on that thing, and I've had the car for a little over 3 years, and I love it. Not an SUV guy at all, but you know, I got a Lexus SUV. It's a great vehicle. I did have another Lexus. It was a ES300 four-door sedan car, and that thing was a fun little car, but my mom's boyfriend totaled it out running from the cops in a cop chase, and yeah, that's a lot of the things I've been going through the last few months. I'm still settling issues over that car, but with that being said, guys, that is pretty much gonna do it for this episode. I'm tired of rambling. You guys are probably tired of hearing me. I hope you enjoyed, and with all of that being said, I'm just gonna act like an idiot and roll down this mountain and wait for Dax to call. But for those of you that's still here, thank you so much. I will catch you guys later on in another video. See ya.